What is up, everyone? My name is Joseph, aka Joker, and I know it's been a long time since I've made a YouTube video. Probably, I think honestly, last time was the Switch 2 Direct, and since then the Switch 2 has come out. I'm using the Pro Controller today, and just been probably the best thing ever. I've played everything from Donkey Kong Bonanza to Hollow Knight Silk Song. What even else? Final Fantasy Remake. I'm about to play Rebirth. Metroid, Legends ZA Switch 2. I'm excited for literally everything coming out, from Ocarina of Time to, Final Fantasy 7 Revelation is gonna come out on the Switch 2 at the same time as like the PS5 Pro. Like, that's crazy to me. And considering how the first two look, the Switch 2 has been amazing in my opinion. I have the D-brand Killcase 2 Switch as well, and it just feels so nice in my hands. It's on the capture card, or else I'd show it off, but oh my gosh, it's amazing. But long story short, I'm trying something. So today I'm going to be showing off my Withering Wastes and my Pallet Town in Pokopia after, let's see, 140 hours. And they're not perfect. I will make a second part to this on my Rocky Ridges and my Bleak Beach, and then probably long after that a third part on my Skylands, because I have not touched the Skylands at all except for this story. But let's get started. So here's my house in Withering Wastes. I have the little gym statues on either side and some plants, and there's some Pokemon on either side and everything. And we'll go ahead inside and I'll show it off. I'm actually really proud of how this looks, to be honest. I love all the plant decor I have everywhere. We have this little entryway with stuff hung up, and you come over here and the Bulbasaur statue, the little living room with the Game Boys. You got the TV with Meowth actually taking a shower on it. That was from during the story. And the little potted plant and the disco ball, which I I fucking love. And then we'll come over here, and Slowbro's in the fridge right now, but we have a little kitchen area with all this stuff set out, so you can cook, or it just looks nice. And then we'll come around, and over here is like a little dining area with 2 spots for 2 people to sit. And then the Tandem Mouse statue, or the Mousehold statue, which I've been using them in Champions lately, and it's actually been so fun, especially with Metronome, not Metronome, the lens, I forget it, being added. But the leaves do go around the entire house. The corners are tricky because you can only put it on one side. I hope that might get changed in the future. I haven't figured out a way to circumvent that. But upstairs, we'll go ahead to the little, office bedroom area. Looks like the Pokemon are all up here. So over here, we have like a little, open that up. We have a little chill area with like the cupboard and the mirror and the Ditto rug. And we have the berry lamp, which I like. You'll look, I have the setup here, the whole setup with the computer and Bulbasaur on the screen, my favorite Pokemon, by the way, and the snake plant, the speaker. I really like this area. It's really nice. And then you'll come over here, and I have stuff on the wall as well, the Rowlet clock, pictures. I know that's the weakness policy, but I just like the framed like paper thing. You got the Team Rocket thing. Over here is Bulbasaur's bed with his little decoration. I put all the badges and a Tinka gear up, and here's the bed. And I really think the fan is funny in the way that it just stops. Cause I think that's hilarious personally. But we'll go ahead and I'll give a little tour of my Withering Wastes here real quick. Once we go outside, it's kind of done, kind of not. It's still a work in progress, which after 140 hours is still kind of crazy. But first things first, I have this little area you can go down, and it's got like the gold in the wall. This was originally going to be a storage area, but it's something else that I'm reworking it right now. I'm not going to go over that way because I literally only have like 2 habitats over there and haven't built anything. But there's like this little area over here with some habitats. I'm still working on getting everyone organized. I have some power sources and a furnace up there. We'll go back to walking. If you come this way, I have some Pokemon over here. Like, this was Charmander's house from like the way beginning of the game, and just these Pokemon haven't been moved yet. I have some water Pokemon. Pallet and Wooper, funnily enough, is the only Pokemon I moved between different areas. I kind of have like a mental block on that for now because it's like, all right, I met this Pokemon in the story in this area, but do I want to move them? And the answer is so far been not really. I haven't even completed the Pokedex yet, which is kind of wild. I love having this here. It's just fun. It's not any really organizational reason for it being there. You come over here. This is going to end up being a garden. I'm still working on it, but I have Pokemon like Venusaur, Persian I might keep in the garden, and then the spring event Pokemon are all in here, and then there's Mew. You know what? Might as well. Let's, nope, wrong item. It's covered by my camera. Hold on. There's my honey. Okay. We'll bring Mew with us. Just for Withering Wastes. Favorite mythical right here, by the way. And then we'll just keep walking around. I have some other Pokemon over here, like Bellsprout, Cacturne, Charizard. They're all kept handy inside that area, and I'm probably going to keep them there. I guess we'll explore over here. So first off, I have Aerodactyl. He's the only fossil I haven't finished, and I have 3 of the right wing and none of the left, which is so annoying. This is like a little... I made it like a hidden base from Ruby and Sapphire, and I like it. You kind of just walk through the vines, and then you look around, and it's like this little like in the grass cottage type thing. But I really like it. I think it's nice. And then we'll come out, go this way. Here's my Pokemon Center with the Raichu sign. I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, Mime Jr.'s home. That's a little walkway right there. We come over here. There's this little outdoor cooking area where you can, you know, even sit down. It's really fun, really nice, and just chillaxing. If I can get up. There we go. All right, and this is a storage box that I have just filled with materials and stuff. We'll come over this way. I haven't moved this either. This is where I originally put Onyx in his habitat, which has killed everything around it. And then we'll come over here. We got the Pokemon Center. Drifloon lives right here. My little guy. This is where my storage kind of bleeds, because there's no way to actually get rid of items. So I just have all these little storage areas or these storage boxes just here. I am not gonna go down there because it's a work in progress. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. It'll take a second, but let's go see it. We'll go down. And what I was doing with this is I'm gonna have it as my like storage area. A lot of people have really organized ones that I've seen online. I just have not had the time to do that, and I've been choosing other projects. But we'll get out. Mew's already down here with us. As you can see, it's still a work in progress being built. With the walls and everything and the floor, and I'm still going around and, you know, just doing stuff. I have been getting a good time out of the music player. That's actually been really nice. Especially if I don't want to just have my phone there. Like, I've just been playing the music on here and having it change. With all the black and white stuff on here, it's been really, really nice. As we go back up, it's gonna take a second. I kind of want to make the elevator look, the wall outside the elevator, I want to make it look different. I'm going through this video and just finding so many more ideas that you'll probably see in future videos. So, okay, we'll come over here. And over here, I just have some more habitats. This is where I have like the Litwick line, and then Sableye in his home with some of the event stuff out here. We'll look up. This is a bridge that I made. This is a bridge. And then we'll come over here. And I'm actually going to drop and change to Growler to get through this. Okay, so we're going to go now. I have this little town square right here. It's got both of the rain and the sun Pokemon and their items, Gumi and Cacturne. Or Cacnea. And then we have the Pikachu fountain, which I like. And then this kind of is getting into suburbia. I finished building the last of these 9 houses right here a couple days ago. I also have this big office building that I'm still in the process of kind of like working on. You'll notice on, I'm not going to use the elevator because this is faster. The upper floor, there's no glass on the back window. And then it's all entirely empty. That's something I've been working on. Same with these houses. I'm still working on decorating outside and inside of them. But we'll come over here and you'll see right there on the left is the Professor's Treasure Trove. And we have Vespa Queen, Combi, little farm that I've started. I have my farm in another area, but this is the one that was here when the game, when I started the game. Down here, you have Muse area. I'm not gonna do that because, you know, let's do it. There you go, with a completed mural with Mew. That was really fun finding all the pieces of the mural. And we'll come over here, and there's more homes. There's oh, I guess there are Pokemon living here. I totally forgot I started moving Pokemon here. But yeah, you'll come over, you'll see Arcanine's habitat right here. This little garden right here that I'm going to build the habitat for Blissey and Chansey in. I haven't really done... Oh, that's right. I started to make this build that I saw online. This area has not been changed. It's still a home in ruins, unfortunately. But I've started to make this this tree house. Like, it's hidden in the trees, as you'll see. And I really like the look of it. This is my first time actually seeing it with the trees all grown. But on the inside, I'm gonna have to figure out how the camera... It's really small. It's just for outside aesthetical look next to the whole, you know, suburbia. You got the little house in the woods. And then we have another house over here as well that I'll show off. It's honestly really small. I kind of took everything from the Team Rocket hideout and put it here. I'm still not done building this either, just like everything else in the video, but I'm honestly really proud of how my Withering Waste is starting to look. Between tearing out the mountain from right there all the way over here and then it going across this way right here, as you can see, was a big ordeal. But I'm really glad that I've started to, you know, make a really big dent. My next project is probably going to be making this mountain area right here look more natural, and then doing something here like a secret tunnel of sorts. But yeah, no, I've really been just enjoying every second I've spent playing Pokopia. It's been way too enjoyable of a game. I didn't expect... We'll go to Pallet Town while I'm talking, but I really just didn't expect it to be so good. I played a lot of Animal Crossing back in the day, back in 2020 with COVID, and this game just is scratching that fucking autism itch with the Minecraft block aspect, but then having like the Animal Crossing village type thing packaged inside a Pokemon game. Like I fear that Pokopia will be my game of the year for 2026 if Ocarina of Time isn't absolutely insane. Okay, so now that we're in Pallet Town, this is my house. I'm still, you know, kind of just leaving it as is for now. I have just random Pokemon here assorted, like the Tatsugiri's over there, Vikavolt, Scizor, Sylveon, Munchlax. There's the Pokemon Center. Back here, I have some windmills, just to power things. Pokemon Center, I've started doing a road. My home. Bunch of random Pokemon everywhere, with Marowak following me there. Blastoise is here. Over here, I have all three of the legendary birds. Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres. And I'll get to showing off their builds that I had to do to spawn them, but they're all here as well. Especially... Hold on. Okay, yeah. So this was actually a pain in the butt to try and clear out. I tried to level it there. It did not work, as you'll see. We'll come over here. This is one of my favorite builds in the area. I kind of made this whole little area for the 2 Toxtricity forms, and then Cerulege and Armourouge. Armourouge, I think. But you have this little hot springs that I made. It's pretty cool. I am still, you know... But here we go. Over here you have the 2 stages, which I only just recently found out that it spins. I had absolutely no idea that it spun. But that's pretty cool. And they're both here, which is super fun. And then you'll come in over here. There's an entrance from the road or to and from the hot springs. And it's just this cool build that I did. kind of make like a, I guess, a Japanese looking house. It's not the best, but I like it. Especially with like all the wooden beams inside it. And then you'll come over here, and Armor is talking to Espion over here. And then Sarah Ledge is off doing his thing, I guess. I really do like how their armor is incorporated into their habitats. And then I made this for Ninetales, but it spawned somewhere else, so I was like, eh. Over here is the power plant, which is the build for Zapdos. I really, for the 3 birds, am kind of torn on the fact that their habitat isn't automatically this building. It's really nice. I do like it. And you can even go out through the smokestacks I found. I really wish their habitats started off as the buildings. But I understand why they're not. So here, we're going to go ahead and use this to get across. At first, I only had walkways going everywhere. But now I have the elevator, which, honestly, is not faster. And this is the only time I'm going to use an elevator. But now we wait. La-di-da-di-da. We're going across. Okay. About time. Over here is the cooling chambers. This is my favorite of the 3. And you see all the elevators going everywhere. We'll get to what that is later. I'm starting to love that build. Let's go inside. A little faster. But here's the cooling chambers. This one, like I said, is my favorite just because all the ice and how they use the crystals to look like ice. I really do like this the best out of the 3. The mixture of different blocks is really nice and pleasing to me. We'll go outside. Come across. I'm not touching the elevator. But yeah, no, I've honestly really liked this game. I've spent way too much time on this game lately, over the past 3 months. Here's the heating chambers. I'm not gonna go all the way in. Yeah, let's do it. I really am appreciative of the new update allowing us to pick up, I think it was the magma blocks. There we go. I think this is the biggest of the 3 as well. It definitely looked like it, locational wise. I do definitely think it has to be. Yeah, it's gotta be the biggest of the 3. My last build in this area is one that I'm still a work in progress on. It's gotta be my favorite of the bunch. I initially saw it on Reddit and then saw it later again on Pinterest. I want to build more to mine because it's not as good as other people's, in my opinion. And I want to change some of the materials, like the middle of the Pokeball. However, I've been building a stadium. I kind of got the want for this due to a mix of watching Ted Lasso and then seeing it online. But it's actually been something that scratched an itch with a build of that size, because this is the single-handedly biggest build I've done in the game so far. On my own, outside of like the building things. And then there's the whole bridge system I made. Over here you have my little farm that I was talking about earlier. Definitely not enough crops, but I have another one. I have one in every location at this point that gives me enough to take care of what I need. One thing I will say is I need to set up a bunch of the farms. If you guys have any ideas for different farms, put them in the comments below. My next video is probably either going to be an update on these 2 areas or those other 2 areas, depending on what I kind of build or what I spend time on. That said, thank you so much for watching my Pokemon video and watching me go through my builds and everything in Pokopia. I've had so much fun with this game, and I can't wait to show you guys what else I make next. I'm probably also going to release a Pokemon Champions video. I've been playing a decent amount of that and have a really good team crafted throughout the first regulation, and I've updated it in this new regulation to include some new items, a new Pokemon swapped out, stuff like that. And I'll probably make some other videos, so stay on the lookout for that. But yeah, thanks. Have a good one.